Let's discuss creating and managing products, specifically new products. Here's our agenda. We're going to consider the development of new products and the steps involved. I'll briefly go over each step so you understand what it takes to bring a new product to the market. Here's the process. Now, this is a general process. This might not be specific to a certain company, and there's going to be different things that are involved with services as they are to physical products. So there's, some of it's general to or specific to physical products, some that wouldn't apply to like prototyping for a service. But anyway, the first thing you need is an idea. You got to generate ideas, and that can come from a number of different places, areas. It can come from customers, can come from salespeople, can come internally to your organization. Externally, you might pay attention to competitors. You're open to any and all sources, quite frankly, and you may have a research team out there that's looking for new ideas all the time. Well, and you might get a flood of ideas, but now you have to have a way to screen these things or criteria to move it from step to step, and also to eliminate those that don't quite pass it. So you need to screen these ideas, and the screening, and understand that all of these steps are not necessarily exclusive in a step-by-step process, but they're all included each time at some level. But anyway, screening needs to take place. I mean, the old joke is you have to kiss a lot of frogs to get a prince, or to meet a prince. The same is true of new products that make it to successful commercialization. So idea screening is part of it. And then now we need to concept test. We might do a focus group and things like that to analyze whether it's viable. Can we actually make this thing? Is it, can we engineer it? Can we deliver it? Can we get our arms around this in a meaningful way? So we need to test the concept. Is it viable? Is there a market for it? That would be the other part of it. Developing a marketing strategy. Here's where we look at the product, its distribution, its pricing, and its promotion. We develop a marketing strategy that would fit that. And as I repeat so often, but it's vital that you understand this, how we're going to position it given the brand that we are, or the brand that we're going to develop. What kind of reputation do we want? Then we would move on to the business analysis. How many are we going to sell, do we suppose? How much profit do we think we're going to make? Now, these are projections. And again, at any point in time, we might abandon this idea and move on to another one that seems more viable. But the business analysis is going to look at profit potential, revenue potential, and those things. Next, we would move into product development. I mentioned earlier prototyping. That would be building a working model that could be tested to destructions, let's say like a motorcycle or a car or something on that order. But whatever it might be, we're going to develop the product to the level that we can get an accurate gauge from the marketplace. Then we may move to market testing, where we would roll out on a limited scale to areas that get duplicate the intended target market or complement the target market, same characteristics. And then we would gauge the response, and if it goes well, we would move on to general commercialization, where it would be rolled out to the nation or the region as the business dictates. But there's a good working understanding of product development process. But also understand or note this process never ends. We're always looking for product improvements. We're looking for new variations, spin-offs, flavors, sizes, colors, you name it. We're always after the next best thing, because that's what keeps us competitive and keeps our organization and business growing. Thanks for your attention.